Cogito, ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. This deceptively simple statement, uttered by René Descartes, a man shrouded in both admiration and controversy, has echoed through the corridors of philosophy, mathematics, and even theology for centuries. But who was this man, and how did his ideas, like ripples in a pond, spread outwards, shaping not just our intellectual discourse, but our very understanding of ourselves and the world around us? Descartes was a fascinating blend of intellectual pursuit and worldly experience. Born into noble family in France, he received a rigorous education at a Jesuit college where he excelled in mathematics and philosophy. Yet, the structured scholastic approach to learning left him feeling dissatisfied. He yearned for certainty, for a foundation of knowledge that couldn't be easily shaken. This quest for unshakable truth led him to travel extensively, experiencing different cultures, and engaging in various pursuits, including a brief stint as a soldier. It was during this portion, it was during this period of exploration that he began to formulate his own philosophical system. Descartes' philosophy was a very revolutionary for its time. He challenged the prevailing Aristotelian worldview, which had dominated European thought for centuries. He sought to establish a new foundation for knowledge based on reason and individual experience rather than tradition or authority. In fact, he wanted to not imbibe any knowledge from books unless he could deduce it himself. His method, known as Cartesian doubt, involved systematically questioning all beliefs until he arrived at something that could not be doubted, his own existence as a thinking being. Cogito ergo sum became the bedrock of his philosophy, a starting point for building new understanding of the world. His contributions to mathematics were equally significant. He is considered one of the fathers of analytic geometry, which combines algebra with geometry. The Cartesian coordinate system, with its x and y axis, named after him, and it provides fundamental framework for representing geometric shapes algebraically. This innovation paved the way for the development of calculus and other advanced mathematical tools. Descartes' views on religion were quite complex. He was a devout Catholic, yet his philosophical system, with its emphasis on reason and individual autonomy, challenged some of the traditional religious doctrines. He sought to reconcile faith and reason, arguing that God exists and that the human soul is immortal. However, his ideas also contributed to growing secularization of European thought. Death, like life, is a great mystery. Descartes, during his time, believed in the immortality of the soul. His dualistic philosophy, separating the mind from body, provided the framework for this belief. However, with the progress of neuroscience, our understanding of physics, a lot of his ideas have been questioned and debated. His relationships were complex and sometimes tumultuous. He maintained correspondence with intellectuals of his time, sharing his ideas and engaging in lively debates. However, he was also known for his independent spirit and his willingness to challenge established views, which often led to conflict. Descartes' teachings, as encapsulated in his famous work, Meditations on First Philosophy, continue to be studied and debated today. His emphasis on reason, doubt, and individual experience has had profound impact on Western thought. He encouraged individuals to think for themselves, to question assumptions, and to seek truth through rational inquiry. Descartes' lasting positive influence is undeniable. He helped usher in the scientific revolution, promoting a new way of thinking about the world based on observation and reason. His contribution to mathematics were groundbreaking, and his philosophical ideas have shaped our understanding of knowledge, mind, and self. However, Descartes' legacy also continues with several negative influences. His dualism, which we will discuss now in the context of AI, has created enduring philosophical problems. The reach of his thoughts in neuroscience has also been equally problematic when it comes to understanding cognition, emotion, intelligence. In fact, some of his work has had a negative impact. His emphasis on reason over emotion and intuition has been criticized for neglecting other important aspects of human experience. His mechanistic view of universe, while contributing to scientific progress, has also been accused of reducing the world to a collection of lifeless parts, neglecting its inherent beauty and complexity. René Descartes was a complex and multifaceted figure whose ideas have had lasting impact on our world. He was a philosopher, mathematician, scientist, and theologian whose work continues to inspire and provoke. He challenged us to think for ourselves, to question assumptions, and to seek truth through reason. His legacy is both positive and negative. Let's discuss him in the context of artificial intelligence. Descartes' relevance to AI revolution is complex and multifaceted. It's primarily centered around his concept of mind body dualism and implications for machine consciousness. While seemingly very distant from nuts and bolts of AI development, his ideas raise fundamental questions and they continue to be debated mostly now in academic circles. Thankfully, industry innovators, entrepreneurs have mostly moved on, but there is still a shadow. Let's look at the challenge of consciousness. Descartes' dualism, the idea that mind and body are distinct substances, presents a significant hurdle for AI. If consciousness is tied to non physical mind, as Descartes argued, then how can a purely physical machine ever achieve consciousness? This question remains a central challenge. Even if a machine can perfectly mimic human behavior, does it necessarily imply that it has same subjective experience as human? This is often referred to as the hard problem of consciousness, and Descartes' dualism highlights its difficulty. There is a materialistic counterpoint. While Descartes' dualism poses challenges, the opposing view, materialism, offers more compatible perspective with AI. Materialism argues that consciousness is a product of physical brain. If this is true, then it becomes at least theoretically possible that sufficiently complex machine mimicking brain structure and function could achieve consciousness. Much of AI research implicitly operates under materialistic assumptions, seeking to create artificial intelligence by building complex physical systems. Although Descartes' view on dualism are debated, his emphasis on reason and logic has indirectly influenced AI in a positive way. His pursuit of clear and distinct ideas and his focus on formalizing through processes resonate with the symbolic AI approach, which aims to represent knowledge and reasoning in a formal, logical way. While symbolic AI has had several limitations, I personally believe there's going to be a second coming of it, and right now the world is focused on more machine learning and neural networks, something I also enjoy and work towards. But symbolic AI, which had its first high time, does owe indirectly to Descartes and several other philosophers. Descartes' ideas continue to fuel philosophical discussions about AI. Can machine truly think and feel? Or is it merely sophisticated simulator manipulating symbols without genuine understanding? These questions are not just abstract philosophical musings, they have real world implications for how we develop and interact with AI systems. Human AI interaction is present and future. So, discussing Descartes, understanding his legacy, becomes absolutely vital. I'm Sukant Khurana, discussing with you people, philosophy, underlying principles of artificial intelligence. Hope to have you tuned in next time to discuss some other ideas or people. Thank you. Bye bye.